at a time. So this ties perfectly into the identity work that we've been talking about this week. If you've been following my live stream, this week was all about where your identity come from, what experiences have made you think that you're a certain way, and what are the things that trigger you, that signal you where what your thinking process is. So I was thinking about like what are the small choices that change who you become. I've decided, I committed to do this 90-day live stream on LinkedIn, YouTube, Facebook, simply because I figured that I needed to do something different about becoming more visible, maybe helping one person. And hopefully with my messages, I'm able to create content that helps someone. I committed despite the fact that I could have, thought about, what is the perfect subject? How, I is live stream the right way to go? And I'm sure, I've heard before, doesn't work for LinkedIn. There's other platforms that work better. Maybe this is the way that you should do it. Have a strategy in mind. But I figure this is for me. This is would be different for me. I haven't done a 90-day live stream in the past. I've done videos. So I figure, why not? What's the worst that could happen? Yeah, zero people show up. Maybe one person will show up. But if I do it consistently, how will I change in the process? And it may just be creating content and being able to use this information for a newsletter or for posting. So, is that one small choice that will make a difference in your life despite the outcome? Obviously, my intention is for people to get to know who I am, what I do as a coach, and hopefully along the way, I will start acquiring clients from this experience. But the only way that you will know what the process will be is when you start to change. I've been um, an avid student from the Dr. Benjamin Hardy. And one of the things he says all the time is like, in order for you to 10 times your goal, you have to think from your future in mind. Think, what is that future version of you? Who is that person? And what is that goal that has already been achieved? And then from there, like, think of what is the one thing that you would consistently do that will 10 times your goal. And you will just obviously pivot as you learn around the process. But instead of doing 100 things, why not focus on the just one thing that could probably move the needle? Being in performance marketing, we have to do that. We have to create campaigns that make sure that they will move the needle, and then we start optimizing based on results. And this is the same way with how you go about your life, how you go about creating the results that you want in your life. To create a hell yes life is to think of those things that you could do, the one thing that you could do consistently, and start analyzing what worked, what didn't, and what could possibly bring you the results. And then if it's not working for a period of time, then you need to pivot, right? So I will know how this will perform. Obviously, I'm still creating content, I'm still gathering data, and then from there, I'll make the change. So it's one idea. It's one simple thing that you can do consistently. Every choice that you make on a daily basis is evidence of who you're becoming. Once you interrupt the pattern, when you start thinking differently, that's when you start feeling that a new version of you is actually coming up. One of the things one of the posts from Mel Robbins yesterday was she was interviewing a doctor who she studies transformation and mindset shifting, and there was she explained what happens to the butterfly before becoming a butterfly. When the butterfly is in the cocoon, it actually like destroy, like I mean, in my own words, it destroys itself, and then at the cellular level, it starts building what becomes a butterfly. But it's chaos at first. But it's a signal that transformation is happening, and it's the same thing with you. You may be doing activities that you don't see them needle moving, but and there's chaos around it, but it is the transformation that's happening because change will feel uncomfortable. So one of the false beliefs that most people have is that I need to change who I am before I can change what I do, and the truth is no. You When you start creating actions that align with that future version of you, is those actions that will make you who you are, not the other way around. Because if you keep continue to wait until you change, you will never do anything. um so one so finally, just for you to practice, because I said, I don't want to keep this long, is I want you to pause every time that you're going to do something different. Just pause, make a different choice, and just be committed to the process. So I ask you, what is one choice you can make today that the person you're becoming would make? I leave you with that. And I hope you have an amazing weekend, and I will see you Monday. And if you have questions, please DM me below. I would love to have a quick conversation with you if you feel that you're stuck. Bye.